What's up? My name's Pedro, and this beauty right next to me here is the Supro Delta King 12. We're going to talk about it. So on the opening track that you heard, I used the Supro on every guitar track, and I used a bunch of different sounds with it. So I used the drive channel with no boost for the main rhythm section. I used the drive channel with the boost for the first little bit of solo, and I used the clean channel with no boost and some of the pedals that I use on my main pedal board to have that lead sound for the second half of the solo. Full transparency, Supro did send me this amp. I didn't buy it. They sent it to me so that I could check it out, but they did not ask for a review. They didn't pay for a review, and they don't know that this review is coming either, but they did send me the amp. So that being said, though, this amp is an incredible sounding amplifier. It is a 15-watt amp with a 12-inch speaker, and it's got a 6L6 Class A power section. It's incredibly loud for how small it is. It only weighs 28 pounds, which is incredible. If you're anything like me, you don't like to carry a heavy amp around up and down stairs or up and down stages. This is an incredible sounding amp for its size, and I dare say that it's almost as loud as my Fender Hot Rod Deluxe, which is a 40-watt amp. So that's something really special there. So on the face of the Delta King 12, you'll see a volume knob, the switches for boost and drive, a 3-band EQ, a reverb knob, and a master volume. The master volume is super important, super useful on a smaller amp especially, because it allows you to get very distorted tones, even without the drive channel engaged, just on the clean channel or the clean channel with the FET boost, without it being super loud in your house. All the tracks that I recorded for that intro track were at bedroom volume. Somebody could be right here in front of me talking, and I could be listening to them perfectly because it was so quiet when I was recording. Obviously, I had the microphone right in front of the amp. So a couple things make this amp special. The first thing being the drive and the FET boost. This amp technically is a one-channel amp. It only has a clean channel, but it has a drive section and a FET boost. The drive section is a Pigtronics drive, which is very cool, very interesting sounding. Not at all what you would expect from a British amp. It's very characteristic to Supro amps, and it has that Supro sound, Jimmy Page, think classic rock, blues rock sound. And the FET boost is really warm sounding. It makes your clean channel seem like you have it really, really dimed without it having to be too loud. And I really enjoyed the sound of that. So I recorded a couple of sounds with my Strat on the FET boost engaged on the clean channel, some reverb. Check that out. So a couple other useful things about this amp are that it has the analog spring reverb, which is a really pretty sounding reverb. I'll be honest, it's not as present as the reverb that I normally use. I normally use a Flint by Strymon or the reverb on my Hot Rod Deluxe, which are very pronounced, very loud reverbs. And this one doesn't get quite as loud, but it's a beautiful sounding reverb. All the reverb on the tracks that you're hearing is from the Delta King 12. So really useful reverb, really useful feature. And it also has a line out if you want to go direct recording, or if you want to go direct into a DI at a gig and not use the speaker if you can't be very loud on stage. So super useful feature there as well. Overall, this is just an incredible sounding amp. It's very versatile, and it could do pretty much every sound that I need in my live gigs. I've been using it a lot. I've been using it in addition to my Hard Rot the Lugs as well, sometimes in stereo, and that's some of the best guitar tones I've ever had. So thank you, Supro, for sending me this amp. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.